Good evening, everybody. I'm Chad Kozaneski along with Mark Narducci on Jones Intercable Channel 13. Tonight, a Cape Atlantic national battle between the Buena Chiefs and the St. Augustine Hermits. The Buena Chiefs coming in 2-0 surprised both of us a little bit here in the division, Mark.
Well, absolutely, Tad. They might be one of the most improved teams in South Jersey. They win only one game last year. Now they're 3-4 overall. The bigger division, ironically, is not as strong probably as a smaller division, but Dave Orlandini's doing a fine job. We're going to see a three-guard offense, a lot of pressing, a lot of quickness in this Buena team.
Orlandini in his second year. Tell us a little bit about the starters they have, to your knowledge.
Well, I'll tell you what, the top guy is Sean Gould, a 6'1 senior, averaging about 14.6 points per game. Jimmy Lipford, another 5'6" junior, averaging a little over 13 points a game. Those are the two guys they're going to have to get offense from.
On the other hand, St. Augustine, their coach Paul Rodeo, come in 5-1, 2-0 in the conference. Tell us a little bit about St. Augustine.
Well, of course, their only loss was to Middle Township, which is one of the best teams in South Jersey. That was opening game, and that was only by 3 points. St. Augustine is certainly a viable threat, not only for the Cape Atlantic National Division II title, and by the way, Chad, it should be a pretty good 3-team race there. They're also a solid team and a viable contender in South Jersey Parochial B, which is as balanced as it's been in quite some time.
So coming up in a minute, Cape Atlantic National Battle between St. Augustine and Buena right here on Jones Intercable Channel 13. Good evening again, everybody. I'm Tad Kozaneski along with Mark Narducci. Cape Atlantic National Basketball tonight. St. Augustine and their coach Paul Rodeo. The Hermits come in 5-1 in the league, 2-0. The Buena Chiefs with their coach Dave Orlandini come in 3-4 overall, 2-0 in the conference. St. Augustine has taken the floor as we get a shot of the Buena Chiefs cheerleaders here tonight. For St. Augustine starting, number 15, Brendan Fagan. Matt Clark, number 21. Nick Calabrese, 23. Matt Miles, number 35. Trevor Sawyer, number 43. For the Chiefs of Buena, Jim Lipford, number 4. Tyrone Magabet, number 5. Kirby Spivey, number 11. Joe Ingram, Tamaine Bryan, number 24, and Sean Gould. The tip is quickly controlled by the Hermits. Quickly down the corner, jump shot, Fagan in and out, no good. Rebounded, Calabrese up and good for 2. Nick Calabrese for 2.
Yeah, and that's where they're going to give them a lot of problems on the boards, and there's a steal that time.
Stolen right there by Matt Miles, so Miles now with 2 points. Tenacious defense, St. Augustine known for their defense, and they're showing it early. Here they come on the break is Buena. Forced shot and in for 2. Jim Lipford for 2. Now here comes St. Augustine quickly, lost in the corner there by Trevor Sawyer. But what a shot down there by Jim Lipford, Mark.
Yeah, off-balance shot. Interesting, Tad. St. Augustine, not like a lot of the parochial B teams. This is a team that likes to move the tempo up there. They have a lot of games in the 70s, and so they really like to push the ball. Unlike, say, a Bishop Eustace, a Gloucester Catholic, other teams like that from parochial B that like to slow it up a little bit.
Great defense thus far shown for St. Augustine. Now it's controlled by Buena. That's Lipford. And Spivey from the point guard position. They swing it out in the corner, controlled by Bryan.
And you see they're trapping in the corners at all times. Paul Rodeo really likes to generate offense from his defense.
Lipford to Spivey. Spivey with 2 points now. It's now 4-4 game. Quickly in the paint, off the glass, and good for 2. Nick Calabrese now with 4. There's that full court pressure again, Mark. Great trapping pressure by St. Augustine. Now they bring it across the timeline with it is Lipford.
Pretty good job by Lipford recognizing the press. St. Augustine now in a roaming 2-3 zone, and they will change up their defenses a lot and switch things.
Three-pointer right there. Jim Lipford for 3. He now has 5, 7-6. Buena with the lead. Both teams once again 2-0 in the division. Top of the key now. That's Miles. There's a foul underneath. I believe the foul's going to go against Jim Lipford. See if we get the sign here from these scorers bench. Yeah, it looks like Lipford's going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul and the team's first foul. 7-6, just underway here, first quarter action. There's a play in for Calabrese. Calabrese, 5-footer, he's fouled and counted. Nick Calabrese now a 6-point, and he looks like he's going to be a powerhouse in the paint tonight, Mark.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't take a genius to see. He's 6'6", Gould's on him, he's 6'1". The one thing, though, if you're Buena, you can't have happen, which we just saw there, was Calabrese dribbling. Yes, he's going to get the ball down low. You can't let him put the ball on the floor. If he does that, you have to get it.
So Calabrese to the foul line, once again with 6 points. Short, and he picks up his own rebound. Beautiful pass down baseline, knocked out of bounds. Really impressed with the play of Nick Calabrese early on. St. Augustine to inbound, inbounding it is Matt Clark. Looking, almost walked with the ball there for a second, gets it to Sawyer. Now Fagan. Fagan challenged by Spivey.
Yeah, and if that's going to be a great matchup, Spivey on Fagan. A lot of quickness from Spivey.
Long-range jumper by Sawyer, no good. There's a push-off foul underneath. I believe it's going to go against Buena. It looks like number 22, Joe Ingram's going to pick up the foul. Get our referee. So foul right there, and we're going to inbound the ball again. They're looking to get it into Miles now. Now they swing it in the corner. Clark, top of the key for Sawyer. Three-pointer is no good. Rebounded nicely by Clark. Clark looks to go up, 5-footer, no good. Rebounded now by Miles. They swing it back up, controlling the offensive boards.
Yeah,
Mark.
no surprise. Again, when you're a team like Buena and you start 3 guys that are 5'7" or smaller, and your top guy up front, 6'1", 6'2", you're not going to get a lot of rebounds.
Fagan looks to get it inbounds, defensively knocked out by Joe Ingram. 8-7, St. Augustine with the lead.
Fagan coming off a monster game against Bridgeton, 26 points.
Fagan, long-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Gould. Sean Gould on the rebound. Buena across the timeline.
And did you notice St. Augustine will try to force people in the corner, then put on the trap.
Really impressed with their defense. Spivey. Foul going to be picked up. Looks like Matt Miles going to pick up a pushing foul. That'd be his first. That is the team's first foul for St. Augustine.
Of course, Miles, the great soccer player, led South Jersey in goal scoring this year. Undecided yet on a college, but it looks like he's going to go somewhere to play soccer.
Wow, there's a defensive breakdown. Lifford had a wide open layup, so open he forgot to bring the ball with him. Rebounded by Sawyer. Here come the Hermits. Sawyer, quick pass now to Miles. Miles is stripped, and we're going to have a jump ball. Real nice defensive play by Kirby Spivey. That's a real heads-up play right there. Spivey went for the ball, got it, and got the jump ball.
Tell you, very interesting. St. Augustine really came out strong, and Buena kind of weathered the storm, Tad. They didn't fold, and they've been able to handle this pressure.
They're using their heads, taking their time, breaking the press the way you should, just passing, not dribbling. There's a shot just short there by Gould. Here come the Hermits again. They swing a pass for Miles. Miles off the glass and good for 2. Matt Miles now with 4.
And that time down the other end when Gould had that shot, Calabrese just getting a piece to alter it.
Here comes Lipford. Lipford up the middle, passes inside off the glass and good for 2. Taman Bryant for 2, his first 2 of the game. The Hermits now in the corner. Miles, now they swing it near side. Sawyer gets it in the paint for Calabrese. Fadeaway, no good. Calabrese rebounds again. Holy cow, he had a horrible fadeaway shot there, Mark, but got the rebound.
Yeah, there's no question about it. And the thing is, again, Tad, he put the ball on the floor. Once that goes on, the guards have to drop off and try to get it. You can't. He's got enough of a height advantage. You can't let him put the ball on the floor also.
There's a baseline. It's going to be a walk along the baseline. Joe Ingram, as we have a substitution. Andre Magabet comes into the game right now for Buena. Really impressed the way Buena's been able to break this tough defensive full court press, and they're getting some real easy shots.
Well, they're doing it with quickness. There's Fagan, who as a junior is starting to emerge as one of the top lead guards in the Cape Atlantic National Division.
Beautiful pass into Clark. Clark now with his first 2 points. It's 14-9, Hermits with the lead. 3:28 to play here, first quarter. That's Lipford. Lipford really handling the ball nicely today. Ingram, now they swing it over for Magabet. Long-range jumper, no good. Big rebound underneath. Taman Bryant rejected. Calabrese rejected. Wide open. Miles off the glass and good for 2. Matt Miles with 6, but a rejection right there by Nick Calabrese. What an outstanding play.
Yeah, he's certainly controlling things really on both ends of the court. And one thing Buena has to be aware of, Matt Miles is releasing early on every play. Here you see the rejection right there, and he not only rejected it, but he was able to keep it in and get it. Miles, as we said, Miles is releasing early every play. As we get a look at St. Augustine there, Paul Rodeo, assistant coach Dave Catalana. What a great program this is. You know, Paul Rodeo has a 306 and 108 record, and there's one of his pupils, Dave Orlandini, who is an 82 graduate of St. Augustine, Tad, and played on that St. Augustine team that won the state tournament that year.
And coming in, I played them against them with Paul Six, and that is just an experience playing in that St. Augustine gym. The gym only goes about 4 rows deep, and it's a bandbox, and that place rocks in there.
You know, the other thing is, there's a young man who we won't see tonight by the name of Kevin Blackwell, as now St. Augustine goes to the 1-3-1, giving another look. Fagan as the chaser.
Great pass underneath. Bryant walked with the ball, though. Buena, like as I said, Mark, doing an excellent job of finding the open man and doing it without dribbling the ball. 2:50 to go, 16-9. The Hermits of St. Augustine with the lead. Driving with it is Fagan. Fagan loses it out of bounds, but the Hermits will retain possession.
Fagan showing some good quickness that time. He had Lipford right on him. He was able to drive by down the baseline.
Darrell Dixon in the game for Buena. Taman Bryant will take a seat. Fagan to inbound.
And Dixon, a 6'6" senior, certainly gives him some sorely needed height.
Miles running one-hander is good. Miles now with 8 points. It's 18-9. Got to watch those papers there, Mark. We almost bit it here at the table. Now they take a long-range jumper, no good. Nearly rebounded in there by Carroll. Lost out of bounds. St. Augustine ball. Substitution coming in for St. Augustine. Mario Monfordini into the game right now. There comes another substitution. Trevor Sawyer back into the game for St. Augustine.
Yeah, Monfordini, another one of the soccer standouts this year for the state champion soccer team. He'll be back next year. One of only 2 junior starters on the team in soccer.
18-9. The Hermits with the lead. Little zone pressure right now for Buena.
Yeah, and again, Lipford is the chaser, and he's got to do a lot of running in this zone.
He's going to be a little bit tired. They get it down underneath. Looks like Miles had it lost off the foot of Ingram there. Ingram, nice defensive play, but lost it out of bounds. Augustine to inbound. Top of the key. They swing it in there for Carroll. Driving with his Monfordini. Tries to go inside, but it's intercepted by Dixon. Real nice defensive play by Dixon right there, and a foul for St. Augustine, Matt Clark. That should be Clark's first foul and the team's second.
Nice job by Dixon, not only tipping the pass, but getting it. A guy like that, you always like to see have good hands, and he showed it on that play.
18-9, St. Augustine with the lead, 1:50 to play first quarter. Beautiful play, baseline. Magabet off the glass. Offensive foul. Andre Magabet going to pick up an offensive foul there. Pretty nice defensive play. As I said, St. Augustine known for their tenacious defense. They play smart out here. 1:41 to play, 18-9, St. Augustine with the lead. Now they try and double team. Now they get it down in for Miles. Miles in for 2. Matt Miles now with 10, leading scorer in the game.
Yeah, and he hasn't missed a shot. He's 5 for 5, and I don't think he's taken a shot further out than 3 feet.
That height advantage is really coming into play. There's a running one-hander in and out, no good by Magabet. Going to get a foul underneath. Looks like from behind, Brian Carroll's going to pick up a foul. And here comes more wholesale substitutions coming in right now for St. Augustine. Coming in the game will be Nick Calabrese and Brendan Fagan coming back into the game. Now here comes a substitution for Buena. Kirby Spivey in the game, taking a seat, Joe Ingram.
St. Augustine 10 for 15 from the field.
Not too bad. That'll win you a few games. They get it in the paint. There's Gould in and out. Loose ball controlled by the Hermits. Calabrese picks up his dribble. Monfordini. Now they're going to slow it down wisely. Fagan with a minute to play first quarter. That's Carroll. Way over the other side to Sawyer. Wide open in the corner, and there's Fagan. Actually, that's Carroll. In and out, no good. Here comes Buena with 50 seconds to play in the quarter. They're going to slow it down, may play for the last shot here. I love watching Paul Rodeo out down there on the sidelines. Real animated over there. Spivey, now they swing it in the corner at 35 seconds. Play in the paint. Had a man wide open underneath. It was Dixon, but right through his hands. 30 seconds to play as we get a shot of Paul Rodeo. Real animated coach. You'll be seeing him throughout the top of the screen there. A lot of fun to watch. He's almost as fun to watch as the game. There's a foul right there for Lipford. Unofficially, that is his second foul. 23 seconds to go here, first quarter. There's Dave Orlandini. Looks like they may go for the last one, spreading the floor a little bit here. Fagan with the ball in the corner now for Carroll. Carroll in the paint for Calabrese. Calabrese is mauled right there. Lost out of bounds. No foul.
And it looks like they're going to have to deny him and front him, because if he catches a ball in there, he's murder.
Almost a steal by Lipford. Long-range jumper, Monfordini. Here's a pushing foul underneath the basket. Believe that's going to go against Trevor Sawyer, number 43. Sawyer's going to pick up his first foul. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Six seconds in playing. They swing it back behind the back. Stolen. Carroll off the glass and good for two. Brian Carroll with 2 points. We have a break in the action and a timeout on the floor between quarters. 22-9 is your score. And getting set for second quarter action, 22-9. Great defensive surge that whole first quarter for the Hermits. Really impressed with their defense, Mark, tonight.
Absolutely, and they've been able to get a lot of offensive opportunities from that. They are 11 for 17 from the field, but the biggest stat, Tad, in that first quarter, Buena had 5 turnovers, St. Augustine 0.
Also coming into this game, St. Augustine averaging nearly 70 points a game. That's almost unheard of for a Catholic team. And there's a walking violation right there. Walk against Brendan Fagan. St. Augustine also averages giving up about 51 points a game. Difference of 20 points. Just underway here, second quarter. I'm Tad Kozaneski along with Mark Narducci. And we're going to get a foul. Looks like number 35, Matt Miles, is going to pick up a foul for St. Augustine. That would be his second.
Yeah, Miles on the push that time. Lipford actually blew by him, and Miles tried to stop it. He didn't like the call, but it was a good call.
Taman Bryant coming back into the game right now for Buena. Taking a seat will be Sean Gould. That pass was read real nicely right there by Calabrese, who took that away. Buena luckily holds control of the ball. They need to get some quality shots and sink them here. They're getting decent shots, they're just missing them.
And once again, Coach Rodeo switching things up. St. Augustine now back into the man-to-man. They give so many defensive looks, it's so confusing to the opponents.
Dixon, 10-footer, no good. Rebounded by Sawyer. Sawyer's going to bring it up the court. Swings it over for Miles. Miles almost loses it in the corner. Back for Sawyer. Long-range jumper, short. Rebounded nicely by Ingram. Here comes Buena now across the timeline. Nice move right there. Lipford, beautiful pass off the glass and long, no good. No foul call as the shot was missed by Taman Bryant. Here come the Hermits now.
I don't think Brian realized how open he was that time, and he really tried to rush things. He had a little more time.
I think the size of St. Augustine is really intimidating these Buena players, because they're getting a lot of shots within 5 feet, and it seems like they're really intimidated by the size. They're trying to arc them up awful high, and they're shooting a lot of them real long.
Right, there's no question about that, and as we look at this last play, excellent dish that time, and see how much time he had in there? I'll tell you what, this is a very good St. Augustine team. Keep in mind, they only lost to Middle Township by 3 in overtime. And Middle Township, Tad, I saw them a couple weeks ago. They are certainly going to be the favorite once again in South Jersey Group 2. So it should be very, very interesting.
And as we sit here, Mark, Middle Township comes in ranked number 8 in the Inquirer. St. Augustine coming into this game ranked number 11. So that'll give you an idea of how big that game was.
It's interesting because the Cape National, the bigger division, Middle Township and Bridgeton are the top teams there. There are more good teams, I think, in the second division with St. Augustine, Pleasantville, and Wildwood Catholic. That should be a very, very interesting race in Division 2.
Back to live action. Sawyer swings it for Fagan. Beautiful job of swinging wide open in the corner, Calabrese, but he's not going to shoot it from out there. That's Fagan. Challenged by Lipford. Still looking. Beautiful pass for Calabrese. He's fouled and nearly put that in the basket right there. I believe the foul is going to go against Sean Gould. That's his second foul. Now we're going to get a shot.
No, that was on Ingram. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Ted. That was on Joe Ingram. And Ingram has been the defensive stopper for this Buena team. If you recall, he held Jeff Pulowski, the big scorer for Hamilton, to only 8 points, and that was in a 49-37 win. So Ingram has really provided some outstanding defense for Coach Orlandini this season.
Unofficially, that's Ingram's second foul. Is going to the foul line is Nick Calabrese now with, I was going to say 9. He still has 8 points. St. Augustine leading it 22-9. Get a good shot at Nick there. He's been a force in the paint thus far for St. Augustine. Makes his second foul shot. He now has 9 points. That makes the score 23-9. Buena breaks the pressure. That's Magabet for Lipford. Lipford, nice move down the baseline. 5-footer rejected right there by Calabrese. Here they come on the fast break. Miles lost it out of bounds. We almost lost a cameraman on that play too. Buena going to take possession of the ball. Real nice moving on the break, though, Mark.
Yeah, and a great defensive play. Ingram again showing why he has a reputation of a tough defender.
Open underneath and fouled in there is Magabet. He was fouled on the play by Trevor Sawyer. That's Sawyer's second foul, and that is the team's 5th foul. Beautiful job once again. Really impressed the way Buena's been able to break this very, very tough pressure, and they're getting the shots down there, Mark.
But as you said before, and I think really accurately, is the fact that I think they're a little intimidated by this height, and they're still rushing things, and they're looking behind them. You know, they're always aware of the St. Augustine players.
Going to the foul line, Andre Magabet, the left-hander from the foul line.
You know, Magabet and Bryant, 2 sophomores, gives us kind of a program, a glimpse of the future. And again, this was one of the real down programs. I mean, Dave Orlandini inherited just a real tough situation. They only win 1 game last season, but I really think he has them playing hard and playing well.
Not too bad, going 3-4 overall and 2-0 in the division, as we had a lane violation there. Real encouraging.
Well, yeah, and it is a nice improvement, but I'd be shocked if anybody even comes close in the league to Middle Township.
As we said, Middle Township is ranked number 8 in South Jersey. Still trying to force that ball in the middle. Beautiful pass. Rejected from behind. What a great block by Ingram from behind. We'll see who the foul's going to go against here. I believe that's Ingram on the foul, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. Outstanding no-look pass that time by Miles. Miles showing a total floor game this evening.
Unofficially, that's Joe Ingram's 3rd foul of the game. Once again, that's unofficial. We don't have privy to the scorer's table as we're across the gym here. Going to the foul line, Matt Clark with 2 points in the night.
Yeah, Matt's averaging 10.1 per game, and he's been one of the unsung heroes on this team. I'll tell you what, if Kevin Blackwell can come back from the injury and give St. Augustine some significant minutes, this is going to be a very, very dangerous team. Well, they're going to be a dangerous team with or without him, but it's just going to add another dimension. Blackwell, of course, the transfer from Vineland and hurt his knee opening game against Middle.
And he sinks both his foul shots. Clark now with 4 points. Makes the score 25-9. St. Augustine with the lead. 5 minutes, 45 seconds until the half. Magabet in the corner.
Yeah, and
There's
that's
a
one
kick.
place. Yeah, they missed the kick. That's the one place you don't want to get in the corners against this defense.
Beautiful play up the middle for 2 is Sean Gould, his first 2 points of the game. In the corner now, they swing it back out. Going to set it up and set things up here. St. Augustine. Coach Orlandini screaming for a foul on the far side. There's a walking violation right there. Matt Miles called for a walk, and now Paul Rodeo's all over the referee. I love animated coaches. They make the game more exciting. Really get into it. 25-11, St. Augustine with the lead. Trap again up the middle to Gould. Gould has the pass lost out of bounds. Nice try and a save there by Lyles. And it'll be St. Augustine ball.
But again, they were looking over their shoulder. They saw Calabrese there. When they've seen him there, they've tried to get rid of it right away.
They've just got to take it right to them. Then they get the ball in the paint like that. There's a 10-footer in and good for two. Brendan Fagan, real impressive.
Yeah, it's his first two, but Fagan off the dribble, going to his left, again, showing why he's one of the Cape's top guards.
Lipford running one-hander, kind of a rush shot, no good. Rebounded by Clark. They swing it up now for Miles. Uncontested and good for two. Matt Miles now with 12 points, the leading scorer in the game. 29-11, St. Augustine with the lead. Ingram, now they swing it in the corner, almost stolen, and there's Lipford. Long-range jumper, in and good. It's a two-pointer for Lipford. He now has 7. That was almost a set shot there. 29-13. Fagan now. Carroll in the paint for Miles. 5-footer rejected by Magabet. Kept in play there. Nice play by Lyles. On the break now is Magabet. 1-on-3. Wisely rested up. Lipford now, they get it in the paint in there to Gould. Gould off the glass, no good again. I wish I had a dime for every time they missed a shot in the paint right now. St. Augustine on the break, they pull it up. Here's a play for Clark. Swings it over for Carroll. Long range jumper, no good. Rebounded and loose, now it's gonna coming right at us. Played in there by Ingram. Ingram, beautiful pass. Magabit might have walked, but there's gonna be a foul called on the play. Thought it might have been a walk there, but we're going to get a foul. I don't know who that foul's against, though. Once again, it's hard for us to pick this up as they go to the far side of the field, playing surface here. 3:34 to play as we look at Paul Rodeo, 5-1. St. Augustine Hermits, 2-0 in the division. Going to foul line, Andre Magabet.
Of course, in the Cape, not much room to play non-league games, but St. Augustine will be playing host to the National Power St. Anthony Friars on February 7th. That's a
St. Anthony's playing a lot of games. One of those games will be covered later in the year here on Jones Intercable when they take on Washington Township.
Right, that's in that Minuteman Classic. That game February 25th. They're also playing at Paul VI. Cherry Hill East is going to St. Anthony, so they're an independent, so they certainly have the room in their schedule to play a number of these schools.
Of course, the Hurley brothers, as well as many others coming out of St. Anthony's up in North Jersey. What a program. That'll be an exciting game at the end of the year.
Yeah, and the other thing is, and they have 3 Division I players on this year's team. Maybe the best, Jaleel Roberts, a 6'5" senior.
What's in the water out there, Mark? I got to tell you, they're unreal. Beautiful move there. Clark up the middle, running one-hander and counted on a foul. Matt Clark now with 6 points, and he is fouled on the play. (31-14) is your score as we look at it again. Nice play right up the middle. Outstanding play by Matt Clark. A lot of good athletes on the St. Augustine team, Mark.
A lot of them, as we mentioned, play a couple of sports too, so showing the versatility. What I really like about when I ever watch St. Augustine is the movement of the team. No one ever stays still, either offensively or defensively. Coach Rodeo mixes things up defensively so well.
Matt Clark now with 7. It's 32-14. Like I said, Buna's had their chances. This could be a close game, but Buena just doesn't have the finishing power to get that ball in the net. They're playing fairly well, though.
Again, St. Augustine drops back to the zone, the 1-3-1.
Something going on in the near corner. Almost had a young baby down there to the right. Was about to walk on the floor. Little young to get started out here in this game. They get him off the floor and we get back to live action. That was Dixon with the ball. Look at this pressure on defense again. Swinging across and out of bounds. And that's what happens when you have in-your-face defense going on. Ball was thrown out of bounds there by Magabet. 3:08 to play. 32-14. The Hermits in blue of St. Augustine with the lead. Orlandini just dishes it off just in the game there. Mosseri. Now Carroll, beautiful play. Underneath, rejected, Magabet. They play on, shot in there, in and out, no good by Berman. What is that shot? Holy cow, another one rejected in there. Offensive board clinic going on by St. Augustine. What was that shot behind the back, Mark?
That was blocked too from behind that time by Miles blocked it. Or Miles got it blocked. I believe Magabet was the one that got it.
Bringing new meaning to the turn of eyes and back of your head. Partially deflected on the shot by Tixon. Brought in by Lyles. 2:24 to play. 32-14. St. Augustine with the lead. Spivey dishes off in the corner to Magabet. Looking inside. Beautiful pass off the glass and good for two. Sean Gould with his 4th point. What a pass.
I like the way Gould works himself inside with his body position. He's a very, very impressive player. Virtually every game he's going up against guys that are a lot bigger than he is.
What a play right there. Miles now with the baseline. Off the glass, short. Rebounded in there by Dixon. 1:50 to play. 32-16. The lead cut in half. Spivey against the zone pressure for Magabet. In the corner for Dixon. Right up the middle. Spivey, what a shot! Kirby Spivey now with 4. 32-18, a little surge for Buena going on here. 1:30 to play, first half. Wide open, far side is Carroll. Carroll dishes off nicely to Berman. Berman loses it on the end line there. Another thing that's very impressive, Mark, about St. Augustine is their depth. They're playing 10 and 11 guys right now.
But you know what, Tad? When Fagan's out of the game, there's a noticeable difference. I think Coach Rodeo has just put him back in, and he really gives a calming effect to this offense. Fagan, by the way, a Washington Township resident, so he'll be able to see this game.
Checking us out here on Jones Intercable 13. Nice play up the middle, getting rejected in there by Mosseri. Here they come on the break as Miles picks up his dribble.
Well, you might be able to get away with it once, but sending a 5'7" guy down the middle 2 times in a row, I think St. Augustine caught on to that a little bit.
Rejected from behind in a foul. It's going up strong with there is Mosseri. Believe the foul went against Dixon, I believe. I didn't catch the call as we look at it again here.
Yeah, you're
Mark.
right, Tad. It was on Dixon that time.
So a little bit of a replay there for you. 32-18, just under a minute to play. Is going to the foul line will be Kevin Blackwell. Blackwell looking for his first point of the night.
No.
I'm sorry, Tony Mosseri going line. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Blackwell will not be playing. Although they expect him back, as we mentioned, they're hoping in about a week. They said he tore the anterior cruciate ligament, which is a serious injury, but they said he can't make it any worse. It's sort of like Rap Curry had when he at St. Joe's a while back, and he's going to need surgery at the end of the season. But as I said, if they get any minutes from Blackwell, it's certainly going to be a major bonus.
That was Mosseri, 2 foul shots, both of them good. Buena across the timeline. They swing it in the corner. That's Lyles. 3-pointer. Kaboom! Lonnie Lyles for 3. 34-21. 40 seconds to play. That was a big shot in the arm right there. Creeping back in is Buena. We may have an exciting second half action coming up here. Baseline, they knock it down. They swing it out now for Berman. Berman in for Clark. Now slowing it down, Fagan. 23 seconds on the game clock for the first half. Fagan, baseline, he's going to be fouled from behind in there. Kirby Spivey going to pick up the foul.
And that was an outstanding play. What they did was they did an isolation to the left side, and Fagan, so tough off the dribble, can beat these quick guards of Buena, and St. Augustine trying to take advantage of that. That's a great isolation.
Fagan does show a lot of speed out there, and he's been beating everybody to the basket tonight. Going to foul line again will be Brendan Fagan.
He's averaging 16-3 a game. He's certainly been a consistent scorer. as we mentioned, 26 against Bridgeton. I'll tell you what, Tad, Bridgeton has been one of the early season disappointments in the Cape National. I thought they would be a top 10 team based on what they had back. They were a team that lost to Woodrow Wilson by only 3 points in the Group 3 semis last year, and Coach Cates' team has gotten off to a slow start, as they did last year, but they might be a team to watch in the second half of the season.
Monfordini in the game for St. Augustine. Lipford in right now for Buena. Full court pressure, 19 seconds to play first half, 36-21, St. Augustine with the lead. Dixon, oh, beautiful block by Monfordini. Swing it up now for goal. Across the timeline nearly. Now they get it across, and there's Spivey. Double team, nowhere to go. Wide open underneath is Dixon. Dixon's going to be called in a foul underneath. Looks like, is that Mosseri going to pick up the foul there? So Mosseri's going to pick up a foul. That'll be his first. Team is in the penalty. It'll be a 1-on-1 with 7 seconds to play. Ingram comes into the game. Lipford going to take a seat. Lots of substitutions in this game.
Well, the pace sort of dictates that too. Both teams going with an up-tempo type of an attack, and you're certainly going to need to go to your bench.
Darrell Dixon to the foul line right now. He has no points on the night. 36-21. Foul shot. Oh, that's ugly, but they'll count it for 1. Hit the back of the rim off the glass and in. They'll take it though. There you see your Buena bench. A lot of guys in the game. Dixon's next foul shot is good. Dixon now with 2 points, 36-23, 7 seconds. They get it up for Monfordini. Monfordini in for Miles, in the corner. Three-pointer is up, kaboom! Brian Carroll for 3, and what a way to put us into the second half. 13, an interesting first half as we get set to check the leading scorers there that we had in the first half. It's 39-23. There you see for the Buena Chiefs, Jim Lipford with 7, Sean Gould with 4, Kirby Spivey with 4. Get a shot at St. Augustine now. Matt Miles, outstanding game with 12. Nick Calabrese 9, and Matt Clark with 7. As Buena will inbound the ball right in front of us here. 39-23, St. Augustine with the lead. Buena has some catching up to do. Looks like some man-to-man pressure coming out right away at St. Augustine. There's Gould with the ball. Now he swings it over, and it's controlled by Ingram. Now they come over near side, Lipford. Ingram now top of the key, Lipford. Looking, Lipford. Tried to go, good defensive read there. There's a steal, going with it is Sawyer. Sawyer high and off the glass and good for 2. Trevor Sawyer, his first 2 points of the game, 41-23.
Yeah, and that was set up by the great defensive switch off that time by Clark. It's one of those things that certainly doesn't show up in the box scores, but he did a great job.
41-23, St. Augustine with the lead. Nice play in the paint. Bryant rejected partially there. Now it's brought back to Bryant off the glass, and a give me 2 points. Bryant now with 4. 41-25. Nice play inside. Clark off that glass and good for 2. Clark now with 9 points.
And the pass by Fagan. Fagan, a master at the no-look pass, and certainly catches the defense by surprise with it.
43-25. There's a deflection play right there. Calabrese made a nice defensive play. Now they get it to Calabrese. Calabrese rejected from behind by Bryant, and there's a shot in for 2. Matt Miles, what a great rejection there from behind.
And I'll tell you what, even though it was rejected, Calabrese doing an outstanding job running the court.
Gould now, top of the key. I'm surprised he's handling the ball that much up top of the key.
Well, I'll tell you what, when Calabrese, when your 6'6" center can be leading you on the break, you know, it really shows a lot of hustle.
Multi-talented. Far side nearly stolen. There's a foul right there. St. Augustine went in looking for the block. Trevor Sawyer going to pick up a foul. Unofficially, that is his 3rd. Substitution now coming in. Kirby Spivey comes into the game for Buena. 45-25. St. Augustine with the lead. Playing tenacious defense. Nice pick right there. Spivey has a kick there on the defensive play by Clark.
Yeah, there you saw that time. Miles doing the juggling the little ball with his foot, showing a little of his soccer ability.
Bring it into Ingram. Ingram driving. Nice defensive play by Fagan to catch up with them. Ingram now in the corner for Bryant. Bryant top of the key for Lyles. Spivey. 5-footer up and good for 2. Kirby Spivey for 2. That's his 6th.
St. Augustine defensively giving a lot of attention to Gould, both fronting him and playing him from behind.
Fagan now swings in the corner. There's Sawyer back to Fagan for 3. Kaboom! Trevor Sawyer for 3. He now has 5. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you there, Mark. Brendan Fagan. I apologize. Boy, I'm going blind here looking at these numbers. That's Fagan with the 3-pointer. 48-27 is your score. In the paint. Beautiful turnaround, Taman Bryant. He was fouled inside. Bryant took that ball with authority. That's the first time we've seen Buena with authority right up the middle.
Yeah, and as we've seen so far in the second half, Buena, Tad, is making a much more concentrated effort to get the ball down low. I mean, you're only going to get so far hitting those long bank shots from the outside, and they're really trying to get an inside game.
There you see Paul Rodeo in front of his St. Augustine bench, coming in 5-1 overall, 2-0 in the conference. Taman Bryant to the foul line. Bryant with 4 points, looking for 5, no good. There's a neat little shot down the other end of the floor, so we get a close-up now of Bryant. No good again. He kind of rusted a little bit and rebounded nicely by Clark. Buena trying to put some full court pressure on right now. Spivey comes out to challenge. Fagan now swings in the corner for Miles. Miles rejected in there nicely by Gould, but retaining possession in there is Miles. They swing in the corner for Fagan. Fagan, beautiful pass near side. That's Sawyer up the middle. Could have been a walk right there. In and out, no good as Miles took the shot. Might have walked with it, but there's a foul on the play.
Yeah, I think he did get away with some steps there. The one thing Buena is really doing well this half, if you recall the first half, Miles was getting free for a lot of layups, going on the break, breaking early. They've been watching him a lot more carefully this half.
To the foul line right now is Matt Miles, leading scorer in the game with 14 points. Make it 15.
He's been over 23 times this year, so we know what kind of scorer he can be.
Looking for 16 points and also to make his team score 50, and he does. That makes the score 50-27, St. Augustine with the lead. 4:40 and counting, third quarter. Man-to-man pressure again, right up the middle, off the glass, and long again on the shot by Ingram. Rebounded by Calabrese. Beautiful play right up the middle. There's Clark, and he's fouled from behind. Matt Clark going to pick up 2 points. He's fouled on the play by Sean Gould. Unofficially, that is Gould's first foul. What an outstanding play. Really impressed the way St. Augustine just swings that ball right up the floor without even dribbling.
Well,
Mark.
I'll tell you what, if you're going to beat St. Augustine, you have to get back defensively because they've really been killing Buena on the transition game.
There you see a shot from behind the Buena bench. Coach Dave Orlandini calls time. His team coming into this game is 3-4. 2-0 in the conference. They're trailing at 52-27 right now. And we'll get a listen in here as what's going on in the huddle here.
Looks like they're going to put the type of pressure on that they started the game with.
That little full court. It seems like he's overly concerned about the guys getting back, too. They are getting beat pretty badly deep in the zone. Real nice camera work in there as you get a little shot of what happens in the huddle there. Kind of interesting on the strategy there.
I'll tell you, there are some teams in the Cape National that certainly aren't strangers to scoring. Of course, Pleasantville was averaging about 90 a game before they ran into that buzzsaw of Middle Township the other night. But There are a number of teams down here that can put up some points.
Shot no good, rebounded by Magabet. 52-27, St. Augustine with the lead. Lipford in the corner from Ingram. Magabet, 15-footer short. Rebounded near side, going on the open break is Miles. Miles off the glass and good for 2. Matt Miles now with 18. He's been Johnny on the spot on a lot of these breakaways. 54-27. St. Augustine with the lead. Just under 4 minutes in the third quarter.
Miles shooting 8 for 11, and as we've said before, most of them have been layups.
He's getting a lot of shots right up the middle. A couple breakaways coming into the game right now. Brian Carroll going to come into the game. Taking his seat will be Trevor Sawyer. Also coming into the game, Ray Howell, number 53, replaces Matt Clark. Joe Ingram to inbound. Nearly stolen in there by Fagan. Baseline pass out of bounds. Spivey was looking down baseline, but overshot a pass to Dixon.
You know, people might say this doesn't count in the league record. It's not that important a game. They're all important, Tad, because of the state tournament. Of course, as we see the foul on Lipford there, teams with a 500 or better record by February 2nd will qualify for the tournament, and certainly the better the record, the better seed you want to get. As you mentioned, it's tough to win games if you're an opponent and you have to go to St. Augustine's gym.
Very, very difficult. Unofficially, Lipford on the foul, unofficially with 3. 54-27, the Hermits with the lead. Here's Fagan blowing right by everybody. Man, oh man, is he quick.
Little careless, though, with the behind the back.
Looking for a little showtime there. Miles.
I've often said if you're going to do that, you should only do it if you can do it and gain an advantage from it. If you can't get any kind of advantage from putting it behind your back, you shouldn't do it.
Spivey across the timeline, loses control, gets a pass off to Bryant. Now top of the key with it is Lipford. They swing it far side, beautiful fake Spivey, 15-footer in and good for 2. Nice play, Kirby Spivey. He now has 8, it's 54-29. Coach Orlandini wants to get out there and play a little defense. St. Augustine to slow it down. Carroll, beautiful pass in there for Miles. Miles, no good. Loose underneath and rebounded by Bryant. Taman Bryant, now he gets rid of the ball. Spivey across the timeline. He almost carried that ball. Lipford, zone defense for Augustine now. Going with his Magabet. Running one-hander good. Magabet with 3 points now makes the score 54-31. Far side, Carroll. Gonna slow it down. Fagan. Beautiful play, wide open, Miles. Miles hesitated a little bit too long, and that might be a case of putting the ball on the floor again, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. You get that close in the blocks, you have to go up with it strong.
A couple more wholesale substitutions coming in here for St. Augustine. That must be nice to be able to interchange 10 or 11 players. That'll be to their advantage come around playoff time.
Well, it really helps Coach Rodeo because of the defensive intensity he asks his players to play with. You know, it expends a lot of energy. Another great no-look pass that time by Fagan.
Carroll, short. Fagan really impressive with his passes tonight. There's Fagan with the ball right now. He is just really, really quick, hands and feet. Alley play on the corner, back for Fagan, nearly stolen. Anticipated and went to get the ball in the corner now. Clark, back to Fagan for 3. Kaboom. Very good shot there, Brendan Fagan. Fagan with 10 points right now.
You know, and St. Augustine does as good a job as anyone in South Jersey I've seen of making the long pass over the zone, and they're making the zone, stretching it out and chasing it, and they make that long pass, and they do it well.
That's exactly what you want to do with the zone. No dribble, just pass. They're doing a classic job. Spivey, before the shot, he was fouled on the play. Sees it against. Referees don't like to use their signals there.
That was against Fagan that time. Spivey really showing outstanding quickness and a fine first step.
Once again, Paul Rodeo on the sidelines. Inbounds for Buena. Missing the shot, rebounded underneath. Here comes Augustine again. Monfordini just in the game now with the ball. for Berman. Now in the corner on the three-point line. Sawyer decides not to let one go. There's a three-pointer up, in and out, no good. Loose underneath, brought in there by Sawyer. Now looks like a volleyball match. St. Augustine going to swing it out and take their time now. Here's Clark at the point guard spot. Monfordini, now they swing in the corner. Clark. Swing it in for Howell. Now in the corner again is Sawyer. Far side, two-pointer, no good. Loose underneath the basket. We're going to see who the possession arrow goes to right now. And it looks like it's going to stay St. Augustine ball right here. 32 seconds to play, third quarter, 57-31. St. Augustine with the lead. Howell loses it there. They break with it far side is Lipford. 27 seconds, third quarter. There's a push right there. I believe that's going to be Mario Monfordini. Going to pick up the foul there. Team's fourth foul here in the second half. So they'll inbound it under the basket. Going to inbound it there is Joe Ingram. Ingram for Spivey. Lipford. Zone defense again for St. Augustine. In the paint, good job to man. Bryant off the glass and good for two. Man, oh man, he's a force the last two times they've gotten the ball to him, Mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, even though he has a height disadvantage, he's not afraid to put his shoulder down and go in there. I really like his tenacity.
In the corner for three, rejected nicely. And that's going to do it here. Third quarter is over. St. Augustine with a lead of 57-33. St. Augustine's defense, as we look at Paul Rodeo, has been the key to this game, Mark.
Well, absolutely, Tad. They've put on the defensive pressure, but let's also face the facts. They're just a much better team. They're a more experienced group, and they're a more talented group, and that's what's going to happen when these two collide. Buena certainly is a vastly improved team, but the Chiefs haven't gotten to the level where they can beat a team like St. Augustine yet.
I was impressed in the first half, as we were saying, the way they broke the press. We're getting the shots. It seems like just now they're starting to get over their little bit of intimidation, if you will.
Well, I think they also, in that third quarter, we saw a little bit of wearing down. Lipford and Spivey have had to do a lot of dribbling and have had to add a lot of defensive pressure for this team.
Whoa, Jim Lipford for three. He now has 10. He's the leading points getter for Buena, point scorer, I should say.
By the way, Lipford didn't look too tired on that one.
Man, oh man, language teacher's going to come and help me down on that one. Paul Rodeo got the play right there, received that pass. Here comes Buena again, trailing it by 11. Two-pointer, no good, rebounded by Mosseri. Here comes St. Augustine again, there's Fagan. Fagan, quick one-hander, off the glass and good for two. Brendan Fagan now with a quiet 12 points. Playing really well, Mark.
And his first step is really explosive, and that's what's been leading to his scoring. He just can get by the guy, and he can pull up and shoot.
Buena had a chance there to bring it under the lead under 10, too, on that last turnaround, but now it's 59-36. Running one-hander. There's just a flat-out bad shot there by Lipford. On the break, coming up with it is Miles. Miles loses control off the glass and good for two, and he's fouled. Matt Miles now with 20 points in the game, and that just as it looked like Buena was coming back here, Mark, they kind of dug themselves a hole right there. So we look at it again. Beautiful play in the foul, strong to the basket. I thought Buena had a shot to come back in this game. Now they quickly dig themselves a hole, 61-36. To the foul line is Miles.
There's just too much of a discrepancy between these two teams for that to happen. This is a game, though, Paul Rodeo feared because he knew he was a favorite coming in. And, you know, as a coach, you're always trying to motivate your players and, you know, tell them anyone can beat them.
There's a running one-hander good by Spivey. Man, oh man, it's almost like Buena's really pushing the panic button. They're just taking it down and firing it up. Beautiful pass off that glass short. He was stuffed from behind. Here comes Buena, trailing at 62-38. Lipford. They have a chance to set it up. Bryant's been effective down in the paint. See Bryant right there, number 24. They're looking to get the ball into him. Magabet now, far side. Now top of the key to Ingram. Spivey, baseline. Tries to get it off to Bryant. Bryant strong off the glass. He draws the foul. Calabrese going to pick up his first foul. And that's been the difference in this third and fourth quarter. Tamin Bryant going strong to the hoop and taking charge, Mark.
Absolutely, and again, only a sophomore. It really gives Buena a lot of hope for the future. He's been battling down low. Catches the ball very well, too, for a guy that size. You always like to see that in a big guy.
Tamin Bryant to the foul line, now with 7 points. Bryant had an outstanding football season for the Buena Chiefs this year.
The Buena football team had another nice season. Chuck Donahue, certainly one of the best coaches in South Jersey, guided the team to the playoffs in Group 2.
Outstanding job in that heartbreaker to Sterling. Up the right side now is Miles. Now in there for Fagan. Fagan, what a pass off the glass and good for 2. Nick Calabrese with 11. Brendan Fagan is the field general out there. Real impressive play. Here's Magabet. Magabet, there's a jump ball. We'll see who gets the possession here. Nice defense there by Augustine. St. Augustine going to take over control of the ball. Brendan Fagan really impressing me tonight, Mark.
Well, we knew coming in he was one of the better guards in the Cape Atlantic that time.
He goes down hard on his right shoulder. We're going to have a block right there. Ooh. Some words there on the far side. Ingram.
I don't think there was a foul, Tad. The ball just went off the player and out of bounds.
Wow. Big collision. 5:35 to play. 64-39. Miles. There's Fagan. Fagan in the corner, around his man again. For that's Carroll now. Ooh, there's a steal coming right in our kitchen here. That was Spivey heading right to our announcer's booth here.
Tell you what, you wonder with the game in hand if St. Augustine may want to get a little work on its delay game.
Can't hurt. 64-39. Even spread the floor to their advantage with their size. Just feed it in right there like they did to Calabrese. No good. Loose rebound brought in by Bryant. 5 minutes to play. 64-39. St. Augustine with the lead. Spivey. Fadeaway. No good. Loose and rebounded nicely by Ingram. There's a 15-footer. No good. Rebounded nicely by Miles. Miles still with the ball. Brings it across the timeline. Wholesale substitutions coming in a second for St. Augustine. There's Fagan. Fagan beats his man around the outside. Takes 2 men with him. Carroll. Fagan. Back to Carroll. Beautiful play up the paint for Miles off the glass and good for 2. Matt Miles with 23 points, but he's just the benefactor of some great passing. 66-39.
It's funny because that was his soccer career. He was a guy that just scored. Didn't always look impressive doing it. He just scored, and he's doing it in basketball too.
Loose ball picked up by Spivey. Hook shot, if you will, and in for 2. Kirby Spivey with an ugly hook shot for 2. He now has 12.
Spivey gets his shot off as quickly as anybody.
And there's a timeout on the floor. St. Augustine wants to get all their substitutions in. They call time. 66-41 is your score.
As a whole, might be better than the Cape American because, I mean, you can go to Bridgeton, St. Augustine, Wildwood Catholic, Middle Township, Pleasantville. I mean, you go pretty deep with the Cape National this year. The Cape American, there's a lot of unknowns outside of Atlantic City. Millville's having a nice year this season, but Vineland's also a fine team. But there aren't a lot of great teams in the Cape American this year.
Clark right up the middle for 2. Matt Clark right up the middle. See how many points Clark has here as I lost count on my sheet here. See if Mark can help me out. Clark with 13 points on the night. On the end line there and out of bounds. Turnover. On the out of bounds was Spivey. 3:24 to play. Fourth quarter. St. Augustine in control. 68-41. Now they bring it across the timeline. Monfordini in the corner for Berman. There's Clark. Clark, 2-pointer for 2. Real nice shot right there by Clark. Clark now with 15. 70-41. Turnaround shot. What a pass behind the back and missed there by Ingram. Ingram had a great pass right there and just did not put it in the basket. Fade away, no good. There's going to be a foul from behind. I believe that's Bryant going to pick up the foul. Taman Bryant going to pick up his second foul coming into the game right now for Buena. Try and get a number here for us. He won't turn. I see the 13 in the game. Do we have a 13 listed here, Mark, anywhere for Buena? There's a steal nonetheless as we look for Lipford off that glass and good for 2. Lipford now with 12, co-leading scorer for Buena along with Spivey. 2:30 to play, 70-43. St. Augustine still with a commanding lead. Monfordini. There's a ball knocked away. Lipford. Played it against there by Monfordini. Lipford in the paint, nowhere to go. It's off the hands of Brian. That's a case where Lipford just came right up the middle wildly. Mark jumped in the air and had nowhere to pass the ball. 70-43 is your score. 2 minutes and 14 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. A couple more substitutions coming in the game. Kevin Burns comes into the game. Mike Campo also in the game for St. Augustine right now. There's a steal from behind. Oh, taken right out of the hands of number 11, Mike Campo. Real nice hustling play by Jim Lipford. 70-43 is your score. St. Augustine with the lift, stolen again from behind. Holy cow, Mike Campo just in the game, and he's being mauled from behind. Just had a couple more steals against him there. 2:07 to play. Taking a seat, Lipford. There you see Paul Rudio cruising in with the victory here. Now number 15 into the game. Mark working on getting names to these guys. There's a foul from behind. Going to the basket hard was Magabet. He'll go to the foul line.
Tad, we got the new people in that were not on our rosters. Jason Gibbs wearing number 13. Steve Clementson now wearing 15. And Hector Melita wearing number 20.
So a lot of JV players seeing some action right now with 2 minutes and 3 seconds to play in the fourth quarter. 70-44. Andre Magabit to the foul line with 3 points. Make it 4. 70-45. 2 minutes to play here. St. Augustine comes across the timeline. Campo with the ball. Beautiful fake. 15-footer. Griesick shot, no good. That was Jim Griesick, number 33. Buena will retain possession of the ball here. 1:51 to play, 70-45. Number 13 is Gibbs for Magabet. Long-range jumper in and out, no good by Melita. Nice rebound underneath and a foul. So Buena, they're trying out here with their JV guys, doing the best they can. Going to foul line will be Taman Bryant.
You know, as we look into next month, I first of all think Buena's done a great job surpassing by 3 times the number of wins they had a year ago. I think it's still going to be tough to expect this team to get into the state tournament.
No good shot there by Bryant.
St. Augustine, on the other hand, again, I think Coach Rodio's team has a real shot at possibly being a 1 or a 2 seed. And keep in mind, when they play St. Anthony's, which is a team they're unlikely to beat, that's after the cutoff date. And I don't think that was done by accident.
Smart scheduling there. In and out, no good. Now there's his follow-up shot in for 2. Kevin Burns, his first 2 points of the game. 72-45, as St. Augustine is above their average scoring limit of 70 per game. They now have 72. And mauled from behind. Magabit was mauled right there. Jim Griesick on the foul. Griesick laughing it off. Magabit not too happy about that. Magabit going to go to the foul line. Andre Magabit with 4 points. There you see Andre. 5 points on the night for Andre. Looking for 6. In and out, no good. Here comes St. Augustine on the charge. Long range jumper fouled in there on the shot. as going in there widely was Magabet. I believe he's going to pick up the foul. Now he's not going to pick up the foul. That was Bryant that's going to pick up the foul. Going to the foul line right now will be Jeremy Berman. First time we've seen him to the foul line tonight. Substitution coming in right now for Buena. 33 coming into the game right now. That's Lonnie Lyles. He has 3 points in this game. Jeremy Berman to the foul line. It rolls around, no good. So Berman still looking for his first point of the night. 1:10 on the clock. In and good. So Berman does get his first point, and we'll see his name in the paper tomorrow now. 73-45, a minute 6 to play. Magabet, long-range jumper, no good. Beautiful rebound in there by Lyles. He was fouled on the play. Lyles was Johnny on the spot there. 73-45, exactly a minute to play. Foul, I believe, went to Jim Griesick, number 33.
So we've been saying all game, Tad, you certainly, if you're a Buena fan, you like the improvement of this team. And there's a decent nucleus to, to keep things going. Lipford being a junior, Lyles being a junior. We've talked about the impressive sophomores, Bryant, Magabet, Spivey a junior. So, the nucleus is here for continued improvement in this team.
Under a minute to play. Griesick with the ball. In the corner for Campo. Campo forces one. He's fouled from behind. Little trash time right now. He's fouled in the play by Jason Gibbs. So everybody wants to see their name in the paper tomorrow, Mark. They're all forcing some shots here. Going to the foul line will be Mike Campo, looking for his first point of the night.
By the way, if that name sounds familiar to Cape fans, it is. His father's Frank Campo, the athletic director at Atlantic City. And boy, speaking of Atlantic City, haven't they gotten off to a start? They certainly still remember that overtime loss to Shawnee, and there are a lot of people, and me included, to think they can give Shawnee a real run this year.
Shawnee, of course, number 1 in South Jersey. Atlantic City, number 2 in South Jersey. Shawnee's only loss to Simon Gratz of Philadelphia. If I have correctly, the number 1 team in the nation, Mark?
Yeah, and it was a game Shawnee led by 5 with a little under 3 minutes to go. And Gratz scored the final 8 points, so it really showed Shawnee's strength.
Right up the middle, running one-hander and good. Jim Griesick's now on the scoreboard with 2. 30 seconds to play. 77-45. The Hermits with the lead. Melita running one-hander, no good. Here comes a play for Campo. Campo looks like he's going to challenge. Campo off the glass and good for 2. Campo now with 3 points. 79-45. 12 seconds to play in the game. Stolen there by Berman. It's rolling right towards us. We're going to get... Ooh, going hard over the back right there was Gibbs. 3, 2, 1. It's going to count, and it's no good on the shot right there by Griesick. 79-45 is your final scores. We'll give you the updates on some of the leading scorers in the game right now. For the Buena Chiefs, who go to 3-5 and 2-1, leading scorers Jim Lipford with 12, Kirby Spivey with 12.